Bob McArdle, the standard bread industry, is it in good heart?
I believe it is. Like most businesses, we've had fall off in recent times because of the economy, but that is a positive in a way because it does get rid of all the negative aspect of it. And what we're in at the moment, we've got very, very good base, and most people that I can see, like we've gone down. Well, when we started Neville out in 1973, we had 9,500 mares in this country. Well, we're down to breeding 2,500 last year, and so there's 75% down in 40 years. But it's very, very good quality, and the people that are there are real enthusiasts.
So it's quality, not quantity.
Well, it's probably a combination of both, really. It's a quantity of quality, but the negative aspect of it's disappeared, and it is very much a solid quality base at the moment.
We could do with the stakes being a bit higher.
You're quite right there. No, definitely, we're a small country though. The basis of New Zealand, to me, I have always likened it to Ireland is in Europe. Ireland's a very small country. You don't make fortunes out of racing horses in Ireland, but you breed them there to sell to America, to England, to Europe, and take them over there to race. And I think we're fairly much like that with our 4.5 to 5 million population, which is less than the size of Melbourne, which is smaller than Sydney. So there's a lot of horses. Mark Purden's campaigning an awful lot of horses in Melbourne at the moment, and Sydney for that matter. And I think we all need more money, of course, to survive because the costs for everything are going up. Service fees, from our point of view, are going up. So we need a higher return, but that's not always as easy to manufacture as what the desire is.
Bob, do you need to get big to survive nowadays?
Oh, I believe so, yes. Like we had nine yearlings in the sales last year. We've got 13 in the sales this year. Currently, we've got 20 foals born this year to go in next year, and I've got 35 mares currently in foal, which should produce 25 to go to sales in 2 years' time. So it is the supermarket effect, if you like. I remember talking to John Street a few years ago, and he was saying that their profit margin is controlled through volume. The percentage of their profit is going down, but they've got to balance it out. And I guess we're pretty much the same, really. We need lots of them to cover the staff and overheads for everything. And we're planning on having 25 from here on in.
Now, sheep and cattle have changed shape over the years. Have the standard breeds changed shape?
Oh, they have. The whole genetic. We used to have 16 hand horses that matured when they're 5 and 6. Well, today everyone's looking to get a 2-year-old, a quicker return on their investment. And as a breeder, we need that to happen. I was brought up in Tasmania, and we didn't have 2-year-old racing when I was a kid, but today I'm certainly looking to breed 2-year-olds and maximise the return on what we're investing here. The costs are just so great. I mean, you can't send a mare into the paddock and bring it back later on. You can't put a yearling in the paddock, and they're all fed from day one. The moment they're weaned off the mare, they're hard fed and quite expensively done from that point on. So people have to get a quicker return. So we're looking to breed a smaller, feistier sort of horse that can get up and go early.
There'd be those who would say that a 2-year-old's actually too young to be racing, but that's all changed.
Yes, everything has changed. Like, you look at the Tiger Woods and co, or most top athletes in the world, they all started out when they're 3 and 4 years of age. It's everything is changing today, and certainly in this industry where it is such a high cost factor, we have to produce something that people can get a quicker return, and then they can go back and reinvest.
Bob, are you happy with the horses you're bringing through?
We're very happy. We've got a lovely group of yearlings going to the sales. As I said, we've got 13 going this year, and there's 1 or 2 that probably are not up to the others, but overall we've got some beautiful quality. and I think everyone else, from what I gather, is saying everyone has to lift, themselves up. You can't rely on being okay anymore. You've got to be in the top 5%.
Now, Kiwi investors, are they being outdone by the overseas investors?
Thank God for the overseas buyers.
That's fair comment.
That's what keeps the industry going. Look, there is some buyers, Mark Purdon for one, who's pretty much dominating the industry at the moment from a racing point of view, both here and Australia. But he has some amazingly wealthy people behind him, and they just keep investing. But there's a lot of other people that are still investing, the Nigel McGraths and people like that. They still have their people supporting them. And the industry, as I say, is still going. A lot of the better, more expensive yearlings last year stayed in this country. So, as I said, thank God for the Aussies, but we're still doing pretty good.
But there's still that buzz, isn't there, of watching your horse race?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I was in Colin Berry's, the photographers, this morning getting photographs done of our yearlings for advertising. And I saw a pile of photographs on his desk, and I had a look at them, and there must have been about 20 of the same photo. And I said, what the hell are these for? And he said, oh, just for a syndicate that owned a horse. Well, syndication is taking over a very big part of the industry now. It's very hard for an individual, to race more than one horse. But, if you own a 10th or a 20th, as far as you're concerned, you still own the horse. It's your horse. You're not a partnership, it's your horse. And thank God for syndication. It's keeping the industry going.
And Bob, breeding, are people syndicating breeding stock?
They're not syndicating so much in the breeding side of it. There are syndications with stallions. Most mares are owned either singly or in a very small partnership. When trainers buy yearlings, yes, they're certainly out there looking to syndicate.